It's Saturday, November 12th, 2022, and today my wife and I are heading out to the Cypress College swap meet. We've never been to this swap meet, so I'm really excited to get in there and see what it's like. It looks like there are a lot of vendors here, so hopefully I'll find some cool items and some good deals as well. Right off the bat, I came across this Sony camcorder. Unfortunately, it was one of their models that records to the mini DVDs. I don't collect these camcorders and they typically don't have the best resale value, so I generally pass on these. This transformer was cool, but the seller wanted 20 bucks for it, and that's pretty much retail. So we're about halfway through the swap meet. I would say my first impressions, I'm a little disappointed. There's a lot of vendors here and a lot of items to look at, but the prices are pretty high. And compared to my local swap meet, they don't have as many of the items that I like to look for in the way of like electronics and camcorders and things like that. But we still have a lot to look at, so I'm gonna keep a positive outlook and see what I can find. Walking up to this booth, I noticed that this guy had some video equipment and digital cameras. Up on the shelf here, he did have a Sony camcorder. I gotta admit, I didn't ask him right away on the price. I just kind of had the feeling that, I don't know, just that the prices were gonna be high since it was a lot of the same items. You know, maybe this guy goes around and just picks all the items from other vendors and then sells them at his booth, but it's a TRV 510 in good condition, so I had to ask him. How much you asking on this one, sir?
That's 125.
125. Unfortunately, my intuition was right, and $125 was insane for that. My first score of the day came at this booth. I was able to pick up this Olympus and Sony micro cassette recorder for $4 a piece, which was awesome because I ended up selling the Olympus for $24.99, and I sold the Sony for $29.99. At this booth, I noticed this Sony Vaio laptop. Most of these older Sony computers like this have a FireWire port on them, which allows you to connect their digital camcorders to the computer to transfer the footage. But while I was distracted with this, thankfully my wife spotted this for me. A Sony GV-S50 8mm video Walkman. In decent working and cosmetic condition, these can carry a pretty good value. I didn't bring anything to test it with, so I just had to hope that the guy had a good price on it. So I asked him how much he wanted, and he said 20 bucks, which was a no-brainer. When I got back home, I cleaned it up and tested it, and it worked perfect. Now this specific item I didn't really need, so I ended up selling this one on eBay for $229.99. With that purchase, we decided to call it a day and head back. It started off really slow, but it did end up being alright in the end. Leaving the swap meet, I only spent $28, with my total eBay sales adding up to $285. If you're enjoying these videos, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget, there'll be a link to me and Anthony's eBay stores in the video description below. Thanks for watching.